Dr. Dion Napier, Amplify Vocal Studio. I want to do a quick live to talk about 3 struggles that classical singers have, the classical singers that want to learn how to cross over and sing commercial. So I didn't know how to put all that in a title, just really short. So it says classical crossover singers. I want to talk about the top 3 struggles, and then I want to tell you about my Black Friday bundles that I have for classical singers, beginner singers, as well as worship singers. So welcome. I'm going to hop right in. So the first struggle is locking into pharyngeal resonance. Okay, that is the first struggle of that classically trained singers have, those that want to sing commercial music. Okay, and really what it is, it's a distrust of that whiny, brassy quality sounding too nasal. That is a common concern, I would say, that comes up with classically trained singers that are trying to sing commercial music, and we have to get that whine in there. They're self-conscious about it sounding too nasal, and so they won't really commit to it, But I always tell my singers, go listen to Celine Dion sing The Power of Love. Go listen to some of your favorite commercial style artists, and you will hear that whiny, brassy pharyngeal resonance. That is the key that's going to help you to sound more modern and less operatic. So you got to have it. You got to trust it. Okay. So the second struggle is going to be turning down the volume. Now, I wouldn't say this is a struggle, but it's something that we as classically trained singers have to get in our mind. It's weird. Sorry. Okay, we have to I'm in my car, y'all. Something's looking like it's in the way. I don't know what this is. It looks kind of weird. Hold on just a second. Okay. So we have to get in our mind that out of our mind, that when we're singing commercial music, it's amplified singing, right? So when we sing our opera styles, it's unamplified, right? We're using our natural acoustical properties, the throat, the mouth, all of these tall vowels, all these things to get this rich ringing sound that's supposed to cut through an orchestra without amplification, right? So that takes a certain amount of cord closure, breath pressure, all of those things. Now, when you're singing commercial styles, it is much, oh God, sorry y'all. Sorry, my phone's dropping. When we're singing commercial styles, it is much more pedestrian. What I mean is it's much more like speech, like everyday, and it's amplified. So you don't have to use all of the breath pressure and all of the volume, all of the tight squeeze in the vocal cords. Like you can chill and relax a little bit. Okay. So that's one thing that we have to be mindful of when you're crossing over from opera to singing commercial styles. Just turn the volume down. You really don't have to work so hard. Now, I'm not saying you are lazy and you tap out. You can't tap out. Okay. But you really do not have to put that much, especially with the breath. You don't have to do so much. And a lot of times when we come through, especially university programs and we're training classically, there is so much emphasis and what I believe overemphasis on the breathing mechanism. Students get confused about how to do a simple act like breathing, and they breathe every single day of their life. It's just, I will say there are some different demands for opera that require you to be maybe a little bit more mindful about the breath and the ribs expanding and stuff like that. But when you're crossing over to sing modern music, it's more speech-like, so you don't even need all of that. Okay, so anyway, classical singing, let's turn the volume down, all right, when we go into singing commercial music. And the final struggle is getting a smooth transition from mix into chest or from chest into mix. And this is usually for ladies, my female singers that are coming from opera, right? That are coming from classical singing, trying to transit. And welcome to you that's with me live. Thank you for being here. Transitioning from that chest voice, which most of us are not even acquainted with when we come from opera because they tell us don't sing with the chest voice. But transitioning from that chest into that lower middle or lower mix, that's a struggle. For the gentleman, it's going from the mix into the head voice. It's a struggle. So that's one thing that we have to learn how to smooth out, guys. And the key is you have to start letting the vocal cords thin out sooner. You cannot wait until you get to your bridge note. That's that one transition note where you are truly out of chest into middle voice or truly out of middle voice into head voice. You can't wait till you get to that note to start thinning out. It's too late. That's going to result in a flip, right? You're going to go, like a yodel. You have to start adding in that mixy, whiny quality sooner so that when you get to the transition note, it just sounds like a continuum, like a smooth, uninterrupted sound. Okay. So I talk more about these things in my Black Friday bundles that I have available. And if you click the link in my description, you'll see Black Friday bundles. I've got a bundle for classically trained singers, a bundle for beginner singers, as well as a bundle for worship singers and worship leaders. Okay. And so these are training videos. One of them has 3 videos, a couple of them have 4 videos, and it's got a training manual. And it's going to help you with some of these things. You know, for the classically trained singer, it's going to give you some more of the science behind the pharyngeal resonance so that you can understand that. Because like I said earlier, that is the number one element that's going to help you to sound more modern instantly. Not all this tall palate, tall vowels. No, you got to get into that that cry, that whiny, that smaller pharyngeal resonance. You got to get into our smaller pharyngeal space, right? You got to learn how to get into that. And so in my bundle for classical singers, I talk to you about what it is. How do you get into it? I give you exercises. There are some other bonuses and things with that. Now, if you're a beginner singer, I'm so happy because I know many of you guys that follow me are beginners or intermediate level. So in my beginner bundle, you guys are going to learn things like breathing for singing. How does the breathing stuff work? You know, I don't talk about it a whole lot in contemporary singing, but you do need to know some of the foundations, especially when you're trying to belt. You got to know how to control that breathing. Welcome to you who's joining. Okay. So it's going to go over things like breathing for singing. It's going to go over it's a mindset portion in there that's going to help you destroy fear, self-doubt, and comparison, because those are the top 3 mindset blocks and spiritual struggles that singers face. It's that fear, it is that self-doubt, and it is that spirit of comparison. And so you beginner singers, I give you a powerful training to help you start working through that, because if you don't deal with that, your voice, the ability for your voice to come out and sing is going to be capped and limited, because fear, self-doubt, and comparison is going to choke you out. Okay. So that's in there. And then there's also a couple of bonuses about navigating bridges, like what I was talking about, because that's one of the number one issues really of all singers, is learning how to smoothly navigate the bridges. Okay. And then finally, bundle number 3 is for my worship singers, my church singers, my worship leaders. My third bundle for you guys is going to give you a warm-up routine. It's going to help give you some structure and some organization, because I know many of y'all do not have a tried and true warm-up routine. Y'all driving to church in the morning trying to get there on time. Maybe you warming up in the car. Maybe you ain't. You know, I know how it is, but we've got to change that. Worship leaders, we've got to steward our gift, right? We've got to warm up. We've got to make it a part of our daily regimen, our daily habit. So I give you a morning routine that you can go to warm up your voice. I also have a bonus mindset training for you. There's also trainings to help you strengthen each of your registers, your chest voice, your mixed voice, as well as your head voice. Okay. So I tried to hook y'all up. I've got those 3 bundles available. They're available now through Black Friday at a discounted rate. So go to the link in my description, click the link under Black Friday bundles, and get your training. Okay. I am out of time. I had a quick little minute, so I wanted to hop on here. I will be back with you guys Monday. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I will respond once I see them. Replay watchers, I love y'all so much. I always think about y'all and appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching the replay. Drop in the comments where you're from. Like I said, any questions you have, let me know, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.